This Penguin Nugget is about how to set up your Red Hat Linux virtual machines. If you log into developers.redhat.com, as you see here in the browser, you need to make sure that you're logged in with your Red Hat account. And from here, you can click on Products and Technologies. Then go down to Red Hat Enterprise Linux. You will be given the option to download RHEL at no cost, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. If you click on it, the download link will become available, and you can save it to your home computer. Take note of where it's going to be downloaded. Once you've downloaded the ISO, and as you can see at the time of this recording, it's RHEL version 9.2 for 32-bit and 64-bit architecture in a DVD format. Once you've done with the download, you can come here to your VMware Workstation Professional, and you can start by selecting File and New Virtual Machine. At the time of this recording, I was using VMware Workstation 17. I'm going to press on OK. I'm going to leave the default for everything. And notice that I already pointed it to where the RHEL 9 ISO was downloaded and saved, and VMware Workstation already detected the operating system as Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 9. I'm going to press Next. You can personalize the installation, full name, assign, give it your name if you want to. I'm going to go with something generic for the purpose of this presentation. So full name is student, username student, and I'm going to set the password as Red Hat and confirm with Red Hat. I'm going to press Next. You have the chance to change the virtual machine name. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to call it RHEL Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9 _ server 1. And you get to pick the location where the virtual machine is going to be saved. By default, it's saved under your documents and inside the virtual machines subdirectory. I'm going to press Next. You want to create this with 2 processors. Total of cores is 2. Leave the default for RAM as 2 gigabytes of RAM. And when it comes, leave the large scale integration and non-volatile memory express for the hard drive. Create the virtual disk. Leave the default for 20 gigabytes. And you can just continue here and finish up. And the virtual machine has been created. Notice that your network adapter is set to NAT. You can leave it set to NAT, or you can also switch it from NAT to bridged and have it replicate the status of your physical adapter. And from here, you can power on this virtual machine and begin the installation. I will be pausing and resuming throughout the installation to make sure that I cut back on the time of this recording. Once you're brought to this screen and this part of the installation, leave the default as English, and you can press on Continue. When you're brought here, a couple of things that must be changed. Your root password account is disabled. You want to make sure that you enable this account to practice for the labs. I'm going to set the root password to Red Hat. I'm going to confirm again, Red Hat. And I'm going to allow root SSH login with password. Okay. Now, in a production environment, this would be too risky to do, right? But this is not a production environment. This is a testing environment and in a cert exam preparation environment. I'm going to click on done here. And from here, you want to make sure that you click on the installation destination, automatic partitioning selected, and you just want to confirm it, okay? So I'm going to select here, and I'm going to select done, okay? So let's select the disk again, one more time. Storage configuration automatic is okay. And we selected the local disk, chickens configuration, and automatic partitioning is selected. This is really important. You want to make sure that you pay attention to this. Software selection is set by default to server with GUI. You can do this for one instance. However, you're going to create at least one more instance with minimal install. Minimal install means no GUI, just the command line interface. And the reason is many of the industry certifications, and especially the Red Hat certifications, you will be dealing with managing Red Hat servers that have basic functionality, minimal install, with no graphical user interface. The GNOME desktop environment or the GNOME desktop environment will not be available to you, okay? So you can build two virtual machines. One time, select server with GUI, and another time, select minimal install. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to select minimal install. And I'm going to select done and select begin installation. And that's all you need. You can leave the system run its course. It will take about 2 minutes for the installation to be complete. The installation just finished, and we are at the login prompt. I can log in with the root account, and the password I set during the virtual machine creation and the installation of the operating system. It was set to Red Hat, and I'm able to log in. You can see that the root account is logged in at the local machine. From here, you can simply run network manager text user interface to check on your network configuration. Well, we can do an IP address to see if we received an IP address from the wireless router. And in this case scenario, I did. I have an IP address of 192.168.1.17. I can confirm connection to the internet. If I try to ping google.com, I should be able to get response back, and I do get response back from google.com, proving that I have internet connection. If you end up with any problems and you need to troubleshoot your internet connection problem, you can do so by running Network Manager Text User Interface. And from here, you can look at editing your connection and fixing your network configuration from here. And this should be enough to get you going with creating your own virtual machines. Again, the example I give you was creating a minimal install Linux. If you go with server with GUI, your interface would look like this, where you'll have the GNOME desktop with all the menus. And that's the end of this Penguin Nugget. Thank you for tuning in.